Yo, what is up, Canes fans? It is the Beast. Welcome back to the channel. If you could do me a favor, before we go any further, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Tells Google, hey, this video's okay. It's not a piece of trash. Let other people see it. If you could do all that, I'd be so thankful. And as always, follow me on the socials at Miami Radio Beast. So last night, the Miami Hurricanes went into one of the toughest environments in college football, College Station, and lost to Texas A&M by a whopping 17-9. What a game! I've been to College Station. Miami played there a little while back, and it is a crazy place to play. It's one of the most unbelievable scenes in college football, for sure. The 12th man is a real thing. It's a little cultish over there with the yells and the this and it's a little, but it is. You should, if at some point in your life, if you can see a game at Kyle Field, you should definitely do that. Now, I had the fortune of not having to stay in College Station when we played in College Station, and so all of the tweets and things I saw last night about the post-game availability of really anything, anywhere to go to get a bite to eat or to make your way somewhere, I didn't have to experience that. But I'm sorry that any Canes fans had to go through with that. Let's get to this game. So I like to take the 35,000-foot view, the macro view, for a moment. Before the season started, most of us, Canes fans, probably chalked up traveling to College Station playing Texas A&M as a loss, right? And Miami ended up losing. So, should we be let down? Well, I think if you could just look at the big picture, the answer is no, right? They still have all their conference games and all that stuff ahead, and the Coastal, all that stuff. But on the other hand, what I think is, we expected to go to College Station and face a team that was just more talented than Miami and lose. But that's not what the case was, right? Miami had every chance to win that game if we didn't keep shooting ourselves in the foot, which makes it really hard to swallow, because you didn't lose to a team that was better than you. You lost to a team because you beat yourself. And those are the worst type of losses. When you could have won. You had the talent. You had everything you needed to win that game, and you didn't do it because you shot yourself in the foot. So that's why I think a lot of us are really depressed this morning. Let me digress for a moment. My thing has always been in the past to shoot these videos late at night, cigar, bourbon, do it that way. But South Florida has been extra rainy and lightning-y. I don't even think that's a term, but lately. So trying to do anything at night and avoid getting struck by lightning or the rain has been a problem. So that's why I'm shooting these Sunday morning and don't have my cigar or my bourbon. So I apologize for that. All right, back to the game. So the other issue is, seen a lot of, Josh Gaddis stuff and Mario this, you're paying this much for a coach. Just back off. Just back off, okay? Enough of that. Just stop that in its tracks. Here's what I will say before we get to the nitty-gritty of the game. I don't know what it is. And maybe it's in my mind. Hit me in the comments and let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. I feel like Tyler Van Dyke is off. And I'm not enough of a quarterback guru. I'm not Roman Kane from the Orange Bowl boys and OBB legend, which if you really want breakdown of a quarterback, go check out my boy. But it just seems he's off. I don't know if it's mechanics. I don't know if it's physical. I don't know if there's an injury somewhere. I don't know if it's mental, if it's psychological, if it's emotional. I don't know what it is. It just seems like he is a bit off. And that's been in all 3 games so far that I've thought that. It wasn't just last night. It was against Bethune, it was against Southern Miss, and against Texas A&M. So I don't know if there's a there, but it's just something I kind of have in the back of my head. That being said, receivers got to catch the ball. I was just looking, I got the stats here. I was just looking at targets and catches, and there's some pretty. Now listen, not every ball is catchable, right? I mean, they'll say someone was targeted, but a ball was like 10 feet over their head, no chance. But let's just for bleeps and giggles, if we can. Let me find that page. Where is that page? What happened to the page? Hold on. Did I go over it? Ah, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Receiving targets. Will Mallory was targeted 7 times, caught 6. Good to see Will Mallory back in the offense, right? Yeah. Get that boy moving. Keyshawn Smith targeted 8 times, caught 3. Jacoby George targeted 5 times, caught 3. Michael Redding III, who I really thought was going to have a big game in Restrepo's absence, targeted 7 times, only caught 3. Arroyo targeted 3 times, caught 1. Jalen Knighton targeted 2 times, caught 1. Brinson targeted 2 times, caught 1. Henry Parrish. Now, Henry Parrish has become my boy. Not really. Like, I don't think he doesn't know me, and I don't know him. But I really love the way he runs. I love the way he plays. He's physical. He just does not take anything from anybody. But he was targeted 3 times last night. One of them would have been a huge play. He was wide open and couldn't catch the ball. And it's drops that once again creep into this Miami team's mindset, and it's not good. You're not if something's off about TVD, then certainly the receivers need to bail him out and catch the football. That can't happen. I really thought Miami would go into Texas A&M and shove the ball down their throat in the running game, and they tried. They ran the ball 36 times. I think they had 77 plays, something like that. So, just about half were runs. I would have liked to have seen a little more run heavy after I saw what App State did to Texas A&M, but that's neither here nor there. Parrish had 16 carries, 85 yards. Good to see a full dose of Rooster last night. 14 carries for 79 yards. Thad Franklin, they put him in at a weird time, and I don't know what happened there, but that was a botch play. He had 1 carry and didn't go anywhere. And we saw TVD having to run a little bit last night. That was some odd calls too. Speaking of play calls, listen, I know we got used to the tempo and everything that Miami had going last year with Rhett Lashley in that offense. That's not what Josh Gaddis does. If you've followed Josh Gaddis, you know that he is going to be more conservative, more methodical, run to set up the pass. It's not going to be overly creative from Josh Gaddis. That's not his. That's not what he does. So if that's what you're expecting, you're going to be let down, because that's not his way of thinking. So there's that. But there were some oddly timed play calls last night. Just you needed 10 yards, you set up a play that got you 5. That sort of thing. Just a couple of times when I was like, why? Like, I understand that you're methodical, you're conservative, whatever, but, and you did your 1 flea flicker, yay. But there's got to be a couple of things in the playbook that, listen, if you need to spark some offense, you can get some offense out of. And I just didn't really see that last night. Now, again, macro, 35,000 foot view, in the end, you still had the ball with a chance to go down the field and tie the game. But, just, I don't know. Play calling was just okay for me, dog. Some other things. Penalties. 7 penalties last night, a lot of them ill-timed. The pre-snap stuff like offsides, I mean, you're going to have that when there's 107,000 people screaming at you. Holding when you didn't need to hold, but some of the, some of the pre-snap stuff, Headley gets one down to the 2-yard line, but there's a penalty on that, so it comes back. Just some of that stuff just needs to get cleaned up. It's unacceptable. And Borregales, I don't know what to tell you. Completely missed one, had another one blocked. You make those 2 field goals, and now you're within a field goal to win the game instead of trying to tie the game. I will say this. I totally disagreed. You're down 17-3. Kicking a field goal there really does nothing for you at that point in time. I mean, it ended up helping that it ended up being within 8 and blah, blah, blah. But at that time, you're still down 2 scores. Why not try something? Just try anything to get some buzz, to get some juice, as they say in the offense. Now, defensively, well, first of all, let me say this. No sacks given up, no interceptions thrown. And between the offensive line and the defensive line got 2 sacks, but the trenches are playing quite well. Both sides, the offensive line and the defensive line, played quite well last night. I was really happy with the way the lines played. And I know it's not the most splashy of things, but when you play well in the trenches, that gives you hope. And they played well in the trenches. That was really good to see. And you know what? The defense played really well last night. I love the way Corey Flagg is playing. He's becoming a leader on this defense. He is playing extremely well, seems to be there, gets to the ball, plays with emotion and heart. He's playing really well. James Williams, I think he had 1 screw up, but otherwise, I think he led the team in tackles, actually. Yeah, James Williams had 7 tackles last night. So, he's playing well. Some other guy, like LT had a big one. He's playing well. The defense is coming together. I like it. I think Kevin Steele really did a good job this week against Texas A&M. I mean, they busted a couple of plays wide. They had a couple of runs. Achane is a good running back, so he's going to get some yards on you. But Cam Kitchens played well last night. So I really like how the defense was playing last night. There wasn't, the previous 2 games, there was all sorts of wide open space in the middle of the defense. The linebackers were a mess, and I think it's coming together a little bit. So that's a good thing, right? I think that's a good thing. Texas A&M has a lot of talent on offense, and you held them under 20 points. That pretty much any week should get you a victory. If you told me, hey, Texas A&M is only going to score 17, I would expect Miami to win that game. So there is that. One final thing. Let's go back to the offense for a second. You had 2 of their defensive backs suspended, and then another 2 went out with targeting. So they've got no depth in their defensive backfield. Now, I think their defense, Texas A&M's defense, is really damn talented. And even the freshmen or the backups that they had in there seemed really talented. And were blanketing Miami's receivers. But at some point, in the schematics of things, if you're Coach Gaddis, you got to look down there and be like, listen, we need to start picking on, the least experienced defensive back down there and see if we can move the ball that way. I was a little perturbed because I'm like, how is it they're like 4 of their guys are out and we can't find a way to move the ball down the field? That was frustrating to me, to say the least. And Stevenson in the muff punt. I mean, listen, I don't see practice every day, so I don't know what happens behind closed doors. If he's your best punt returner, fine. I think it's quite odd that he found himself in that position. Mario says he's been, doing good so far. That was a very bad decision, what he did yesterday. And I'm not going to say that one play cost Miami the game, because so much happened after that. But that was a very big, negative, impactful play. And just, you can't go into a place like College Station and have those type of plays happen. It's just, you can't. That's not going to happen. You just can't. So, hopefully this stuff gets cleaned up. I really would like your comments on TVD, what you guys are seeing. If you're more adept at analyzing quarterbacks than I am, throw your comments below. On to Middle Tennessee. I will not be at that game. I will be up in Boston for that one. I'll be watching it. I will certainly post a video the next day, but I will not be covering live from the Rock. So there's that. And hopefully you have yourselves a good NFL Sunday. My Patriots will once again blow, I'm pretty sure, because they're heading towards top 5 draft pick. Because Bill Belichick's a stubborn ass. Yay. Again, like the video, do the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me at Miami. Follow me at Miami Radio Beast. Yes, I speak professionally for a living. Or at least I used to. Follow me at Miami Radio Beast. I will see you when I see you. Peace!